Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to another character spotlight for Symetra. So Symetra is actually a pretty unique character and a little difficult to get your head wrapped around in how to play, but once you play her properly, she's very powerful and extremely useful. Typically most useful on a defensive map, but also useful offensively well, especially if you're pretty good with her. So let's take a look at the multiple abilities that Symetra has. So the first ability I'm going to demonstrate with Symetra is her shield ability. It's simply the E ability, and you'll notice on a 1 second cooldown, it grants an extra 25 health to any ally. You can only use it once per the ally's life. If they die, you need to reapply it. So notice I'm hitting E, I can't give them any more shield. I already shielded these guys. But now that they're dead, once they come back to life, I can go ahead and shield them again. This guy's also still got a shield. An extra 25 health may not sound like a lot, but for some characters, especially like Tracer and Genji, who only have 150 health total, that's a pretty significant boost if you think about it. So 25 health might be the difference between a one-shot with a snipe or not. Symetra also has the ability to place down turrets, and in total she can place down 6 of them. You notice on the bottom right, my left shift ability shows a picture of a turret and a number 3 above it. If I hit shift and place the turret down, it's going to pop out and do some damage. Nice. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage all by itself. However, place down a couple of them, and all of a sudden, it's pretty significant. You'll also notice the cooldown timer on the bottom right. It's a few seconds to cool down, maybe 5 to 10-ish, I think it's around 10. And in total you can place down 6, and you can see that on the bottom left right next to your health bar. Currently I've got 4 turrets down, out of a total of 6. Notice how quickly they're killing people now. Definitely very useful. The downside of these turrets is they're very easy to kill. Literally one shot from any weapon, including soldier's gun, right? So one shot from soldier's gun and the turret's gone. So put them in a place not like this. So this is a very bad way to design your turrets. What you should really probably have is some turrets in different locations. So maybe one down here, one down here, 1 or 2 up here, maybe one on the roof, so that an enemy walking into an area has to aim here, and then aim here, and then aim here, and then aim here to get them, instead of just going boom, 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 they're all dead. Symetra's offensive abilities include a photon projector. This gun is actually very, very powerful, but there's a trick to it. So you've got 2 abilities. Your right-click ability charges up a boost, and you can see that circle expanding on the bottom. And when I release, it shoots a very slow-moving projectile that's actually pretty hard to hit guys with. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. But notice it does a pretty good amount of damage, right? If I manage to pull that off, boom, 2 shots, 2 kills, done deal. Nice. Her left click ability is a lot easier to hit with, but it's a much shorter range. Notice that I'm not currently hitting anybody. However, when I get near a training bot, it's going to automatically zone in on that, and I don't really have to aim. So as long as I'm facing the general direction, it'll automatically aim and hit the training bot. There's one other ability that this gun has that I want to focus on right now. Notice on the top in the center, there's like a little, what is that, like a 3-pointed, there's like circle of 3 points on it and some circles on it. You can see it right on the top of the gun. It's going to start glowing in a moment. Watch what happens as I attack enemies. See how that's growing and it maxes out? That's a damage boost. As you attack enemies, you're going to build that charge and do more and more damage with your primary fire. So notice how quickly I'm killing training bots at the moment? When I stop killing them for a second and this reduces, notice how long it takes to kill them. See how little damage I'm doing? And that again charges up, and then when it's full, I kill them very quickly. Nice. So pretty much your goal with Symetra. I personally like the right-click ability to take guys down who are nearby, obviously, because that's extremely short range. However, if you're far away, you should be using the right-click and just kind of laying suppressive fire. I believe this Symetra projectile can also go through shields, like Reinhardt's shields, so that's a very useful ability. Keep an eye on that. Symetra's ultimate ability is one of the most useful, especially on defensive maps, and that is to place a teleporter down on the map. This puts the end point of a teleporter down. The start point of the teleporter will always be inside your spawn room, so it's impossible for enemies to get in there and destroy this side of the teleporter. They can, however, destroy the other side. Notice, by the way, on the right-hand side of your ultimate bar, it has a number 5. That's the number of teleports you have remaining. You'll also notice that your ultimate ability does not charge while your teleporter is up. Not until the teleporter is completely used up will your ultimate ability start charging again. Those are two very important notes about Symetra's ultimate. So see, it's got 5 uses left, now it's got 4, right? Every time a player uses it to teleport, it's going to reduce that down, and once it reaches 0, of course, the teleporter will be done. Symmetra is classed on the hero screen as a support character in the same category as Zenyatta, Mercy, and Lucio. Unlike Lucio, Mercy, and Zenyatta, you cannot heal people. You do have the shield boost that gives them extra health, you do have the turrets, and you can bring them back to the battlefield a lot more quickly. Kind of like Mercy's res, but you still have a little bit of a cooldown, but boom, you don't have to run all the way across the map to get back into it. So it's just a different style of support, but definitely a useful one. Like I said, most useful on defensive. So let's take a look at some Symetra in-game footage. So I'm starting off here, kind of walking from the spawn to a point, because this is the beginning of the map before the opposing team, who's on the attacking side of this map, is leaving their gate. So this is kind of the prep time for the defensive team. Notice how long it takes me to get from our spawn point to our location. About 30 seconds. So now imagine I had a teleporter down. That's 30 seconds worth of walking that my allies don't have to do. Notice also how I'm placing my sentries. I'm definitely hiding them in different locations, not clustered together. Clustered together is bad, because like I mentioned during the training video segment, if you cluster your turrets together, they're very easy to hit. You just boom, 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 shoot them. Now, if an enemy's coming through this hallway here, which is kind of a little bit of a choke point, they're going to be hit from multiple locations. I'm even going to try and hide a little turret behind a cardboard box here. Why not, right? Now that the objective is available to us, let's go ahead and start laying down that suppressive fire with right click. I can see in the distance they've got a Reinhardt with a big shield up. Remember I said that these bullets can go through a Reinhardt shield. And notice how quickly my ultimate charge just went up, because I hit a bunch of guys through Reinhardt's shield. Your ultimate ability charges when you do damage, so you definitely want to hit people, and now my teleporter is ready to be placed. I'm going to go hide it in a good location. Probably where some enemies aren't going to get to, but definitely close enough to the objective that my allies can very quickly get back into battle. And notice, of course, again, that I've got 6 uses on that teleporter. So now that we've gone ahead and laid down our teleporter, laid down a bunch of turrets, it's my job to get into the action and start attacking. So I'm laying down those big suppressive fires, and I'm going to just do as much damage as possible. Now that enemies are kind of getting closer, I might start using my left click ability a bit. So you can see Reinhardt just charged in there and died. I'm going to start hitting Mercy, kill her because she's the healer, go after Junkrat, nice. Looks like I killed 2 of them pretty quickly. Reinhardt's back there still, but he just got killed. I can see my turrets going after D.Va. Very cool. So this is all a little bit fast-paced action, so let's slow this down for a second and see what was happening during the combat there. Alright, so we've slowed down the footage a little bit. I can see Mercy's right near me, so I'm holding left click, and my laser turrets are also helping. It knocks her out, but she did get off her res. So behind me, Reinhardt's alive again. But I see Junkrat right in front of me, he's close, I'm going to go after him. Notice how I'm jumping around and looking all over the place. You don't have to aim with Symetra. As long as you're pointing in the general direction, your beam is going to lock on to your enemy and try and hold on to them. So once you make contact, you can even look around a little bit more, and it'll stay focused on your enemy for a bit longer. We can see there's Reinhardt getting taken down by a turret from Torbjorn, and a couple other guys running around doing stuff. I can tell behind me, my lasers, I heard them, and if you go back to the part where you can hear some of the footage better, you'd hear them. So I lock onto D.Va with my beam. I know she's going to pop out of her suit once her suit dies, so I keep attacking, kind of looking around to find D.Va so that I lock onto her right away and kill her as soon as possible. There we go, I got her. Nice. So that's pretty much the way to use Symetra offensively. Anything close combat, use your primary left click fire. So coming up next here is a pretty hectic bit of combat that I just wanted to show you guys. Again, focusing with my left click abilities, trying to take out this Reinhardt and Soldier. Unfortunately, Mercy got off a res there and brought them back to life. We saw how useful that res is, didn't we? I probably would have killed off Reinhardt here. Unfortunately, you're about to see Riptire from Junkrat kill me. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I had a nice 8-player kill streak there. The reason I'm focusing on this segment is because my teleporter's still up, and I want to show you how useful teleporters can be. Remember that 30-second walk to get back into the action? Now it's a 5-second walk. Literally brought that down very quickly, and I can get back into combat here. I see a Reinhardt going through, so let's take him out. Nice. Luckily, he's not doing a good job of hitting me, and I can take him down pretty quickly. There's a Mercy, so I want to kill her as fast as possible. Let's go through that segment a little bit slower, too. Alright, so now we can see I'm sneaking out here. I'm going to activate my E ability for Mercy, give her a little bit of extra health, maybe keep her alive while I start attacking Reinhardt. Obviously, like I said, once you've locked on that ability there, try and jump around and avoid damage as much as possible. Of course, if Reinhardt gets too far away, you're going to lose that target lock, but then just get close to him again and just try and sneak around behind him. You don't have to aim. They all do, right? Everybody else has to aim except Symetra and also Winston, who we'll probably take a look at in the future. So there we go. Jumping in, taking out Reinhardt. Mercy's probably low because I noticed I killed her really quickly there. Yeah, she died. I only did 12% of damage to her, I think. And then I get taken out by Soldier here in a second. Probably with a well-placed rocket is what it looks like to me. Oh, and Junkrat too is helping him out. So that was that segment. So guys, definitely wanted to point out that this is the wrapping up point for the Symetra Spotlight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As mentioned, Symetra's primary attack, very powerful, especially after it charges up. Notice how much more quickly I can kill training bots after I've charged up that ability. The right-click ability, being able to go through Reinhardt shields, even though it's pretty slow, is pretty useful. You're not going to be able to aim too well with that, just because of how slow it is and how easy it is to avoid, but it's really good for suppressive fire when you know a bunch of people are coming through a choke point. And of course, the shielding, the turrets, and most importantly, the teleporter. Keep in mind, of course, the teleporter can be destroyed, so try and place it somewhere hidden and protect it with a couple sentries like you saw me do. Alright guys, this is Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed learning about Symetra in Overwatch. Take it easy.